And we're sitting down once again with the effortless girl, Julie Lovin. Now, Julie, it's the beginning of December, but a lot of us still have a lot of that fall foliage all over our yard, from pine cones to leaves to acorns. And you've got a very clever way of taking this yard waste and turning it into beautiful home decor. So tell us a little bit about today's craft project.
So today is simple. It's not, it's very, very simple. You need a bottle of spray paint, or probably spray paint would just be the easiest. So we'll just go with that. You could use art paint, but that's going to take a very long time. And what we're doing is collecting these pine cones, and you could paint these or not. If you like the more rustic look, just leave them without paint on them. I think pine cones are beautiful. I have put them in this bowl vase. I think it's something that I took from my mom's basement. But anyway, I loaded it up with painted pine cones. I think this is super elegant. I love painted branches. If you
Mhm.
painted branches in home decor stores or even craft stores, they're incredibly, incredibly expensive for one branch. But if you use, maybe tree leaves or limbs that have fallen, during fall or during a storm, in my case, I did that. And I just hit them with the same gold spray paint that I use for the pine cones. And I also found some undamaged fallen leaves and kind of mixed and matched and made a tablescape out of that. This is more fall themed, but I think some of the elements also translate into the Christmas, New Year's, December holiday season, especially with the branches. You could add lights to in the base. You could add,
That's a good idea.
you could make like a little ornament tree if you wanted. You could put some adhesive rhinestones. I mean, I could just keep going, but use your creativity or not, because I think it's beautiful just as it is, kind of mixed and matched with our yogurt jar candle holders that we made. I think this is incredibly elegant. Maybe even add in, if you're making a centerpiece, some of the napkin rings that we made a couple weeks ago. I think this is beautiful. And you can mix and match everything depending on your taste and your decor. And everything here is under $10, and that includes your spray paint. So that is incredibly, incredibly cost effective, especially for right now, because you want to spend your money on the holidays and gifts and, the fun part of the holiday season, and not necessarily, crazy amounts on table decor, but you can still have beautiful stuff and just not spend.
Now, Julie, this is not only a clever do-it-yourself craft
Right,
that is both easy to do and going to save people a bunch of money,
right.
but this is also keeping a lot of yard waste out of your trash cans, out of our community landfills. So I'd love to hear, how do you get inspiration for projects like this one? Were you just walking around, you see pine cones, and you think to yourself, those would look good in gold? Or is there, like, do you have a process to pick which crafts you undertake?
Both. So the limbs came, we just went through Hurricane Helene, and I personally and my family had very significant damage. We have trees down everywhere, and there we have unlimited supplies of pine cones and limbs. So I thought, well, I'm going to make lemonade out of lemons. So we just cut some branches that I thought looked interesting just from literally trees in the yard. The same with pine cones. We have lots of pine trees here, and those fell, and the pine cones are everywhere. So if you have acorns, acorns are beautiful at Christmas if you paint them with, a gold or a silver. And use what you have. Maybe you have holly in your yard, or some sort of berry, or some sort of magnolia. It just depends on what you have, and use that and combine that with just a little bit of creativity, and you can go a long way without feeling the pressure to spend, 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 which is what most people have to do at the holidays anyway.
Now, one last question for you, Julie. I'm noticing the things that keep drawing my eye are those leaves. They are beautiful. Now, but I'm also noticing, say again,
They're beautiful, I
they
think.
really, really are. And but what I'm noticing is they seem much more durable than a normal leaf. When you spray paint them, do they get more, I guess, durability?
I think so, because I've had these, and the spray paint I think just gives them a good seal coating. They do feel thicker because I did paint both sides, One great thing you could do with this one, and I just came up with this idea off the top of my head when we were talking, is if you had a Sharpie marker, you could write everybody's name
Oh, wow.
that as a name card or place card holder, at the table. And that's a cool idea to bring the outdoors in also.
Mhm.
It would be so simple to give them a project to keep them out of the kitchen while you're working and something fun that they could take a part in as well.
Absolutely. That's a great idea. Julie, where can the folks at home go for more great ideas just like this one?
Sure. All of this will be on effortlessgirl.com, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at The Effortless Girl.
And as always, we're going to make sure that all the links you need to connect with Julie and to recreate these wonderful do-it-yourself craft projects at home, it's all going to be available after the show today over on 9and10news.com. Now, for more information on the Effortless Girl, Julie Lovin, and her step-by-step crafts, you can head over to effortlessgirl.com or, of course, the 9and10 News website.